The Bavarian Alps, towering peaks, ancient forests, a place of breathtaking beauty. But beneath the surface, a darkness lurks. Locals whisper of a creature, a legend, the German Yeti. For generations, stories have been passed down. Tales of a massive, ape-like beast roaming the remote valleys, covered in hair, impossibly strong. Most dismiss it as folklore, a campfire story to scare children. But some believe. Deep in the mountains, something stirs. Something ancient, something powerful. And it's hungry. 1993. A group of hikers ventured into the Bavarian Alps. Experienced climbers, prepared for anything. They were never seen alive again. Days later, a search party discovered their campsite. Tents were ripped apart, supplies scattered, panic set in. Then they found the clothes, torn to shreds, huge footprints in the soft earth, unlike anything they'd ever seen. Fear gripped the region. The whispers grew louder. The legend of the German Yeti was real, and it was responsible for the hikers' disappearance. Markus Reimer, journalist, skeptic. He refused to believe the stories. Determined to uncover the truth, he traveled to the Bavarian Alps. He interviewed locals, studied the hikers' belongings, examined the footprints. The deeper he dug, the more convinced he became. Something was out there, something unexplained. He felt it in his gut. The forest held its breath, watching him, waiting. Night fell. Markus set up camp near the site of the disappearance. He could hear the wind howling through the trees. A low growl echoed in the distance. He was alone, or so he thought. The fire crackled. Markus huddled in his tent, listening to the sounds of the wilderness. A twig snapped. He froze. Silence. He told himself it was nothing, just an animal. Then he heard it again, closer this time. Heavy footsteps circling his tent. He peeked through the mesh. A dark shape moved in the trees, massive, powerful. He held his breath, his heart pounding in his chest. The creature let out a deafening roar. The ground shook. Markus cowered in fear. He had stumbled upon something terrifying, something he never thought he'd find. Markus dove deeper into the history of the region. He scoured old manuscripts and local archives. He discovered tales dating back to the Middle Ages, legends of a creature, a protector of the mountains. He found reports from miners in the 1800s. They spoke of a beast with glowing red eyes, a creature they called the Bergwächter, the guardian of the mountains. They claimed it protected the mountain's riches from intruders. The stories sent chills down Markus's spine. This was more than just a local legend. This creature had been sighted for centuries, and now he had seen it with his own eyes. The next night, Markus ventured out again, drawn back to the mysterious energy of the forest. He climbed higher into the mountains, following a trail of broken trees and massive footprints. He stumbled upon an old abandoned mining hut. He could feel a presence inside. He slowly pushed open the creaking door. The air was thick with a musky odor. He stepped inside, and there it was, standing in the shadows, the German Yeti. It turned its head, and its eyes met Markus's. They burned with an eerie red glow. Fear paralyzed Markus. He couldn't move. He couldn't breathe. The creature took a step toward him. Its massive frame filled the doorway. It let out a low growl, a rumbling sound that vibrated in Markus's chest. But instead of attacking, the creature simply stared at him. It seemed to be studying him, assessing him. Then, as quickly as it had appeared, it turned and vanished back into the darkness of the forest. Markus was left shaken to his core. He had looked into the eyes of a creature thought to be a myth, and he had lived to tell the tale. He knew then that the German Yeti wasn't a monster. It was a protector, the guardian of the mountains. Marcus returned from the mountains, a changed man. He wrote a book about his experience. He shared his photographs. He told the world about the German Yeti. Some dismissed him as a fraud. Others believed. The debate rages on. Hikers still report strange sightings in the Bavarian Alps. Unexplained sounds, massive footprints. The mystery continues. The German Yeti. Myth or reality? The answer remains elusive. But one thing is certain. The legend lives on. In the whispers of the wind, in the shadows of the mountains. A reminder that there are still mysteries in this world, secrets yet to be uncovered, and perhaps some things are best left undisturbed. The mountains hold their breath. The German Yeti watches, waiting, protecting its domain, a legend whispered on the wind.